meantime, in Washington, federal sources confirmed to Fox that the Department of Justice is officially launching an investigation into claims that D.C. police manipulated crime data. The chair of the D.C. Police Union now calling out department officials, saying the declining numbers just really don't align with a recent spree of violent crimes.
Inevitably, you'll have a captain or a commander or sometimes a lieutenant show up on the scene and advise them to take a report for a lesser offense. One of the things that we see them do often is sometimes there'll be a shooting or a stabbing, and if the victim is uncooperative with the police, which is not uncommon in some areas of the city, they'll be directed to take an injured person to the hospital report, which is not even a crime at all. It's an incident report. This is something that's been, unfortunately, part and parcel of the police department for some time, and we're very skeptical that these crime stats are accurate.
And our David Spunt is joining us live in Washington, D.C. this morning with the latest on this. Hi, David.
Hi, Bill. Federal prosecutors began the probe shortly after taking control over the D.C. Police Department early last week. What is unclear this morning, will it yield any charges? Those two sources briefed on the matter tell Fox D.C. police statistics show violent crime down 26% from last year, but members of the Trump administration, the DOJ, and others dispute those numbers and point to reports of a D.C. police detective who was put on leave earlier this year pending an investigation into potentially fudging some numbers.
We know that D.C. has been an incredibly unsafe place to live for a very long time, and so in some ways, it's not surprising that we hear about reports of this type of conduct that suggests that D.C. is safer than everybody that lives here knows to be true. So we're investigating it, and hopefully we'll get to the bottom of it at some point soon.
Now, I'm talking about a DOJ investigation, but there are reports the police department is doing its own internal probe. I reached out last week to Metropolitan Police. A spokesperson told me on reports of a detective potentially changing numbers that the MPD cannot comment on active internal investigations and personnel matters. Meanwhile, President Trump posted about the probe on Monday, writing, it was done to, quote, create a false illusion of safety. Those briefed would not comment further, but were told it's being run out of U.S. Attorney Jeanine Pirro's office. The White House touting new numbers. They claim crime is falling and has been over the past 2 weeks, more than 500 arrests since operations began earlier this month. And I want to show you this graphic of staffing. We showed it yesterday, but it's important. D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser said recently that D.C. needs at least another 500 police department officers on the force. They're understaffed. Now, they say that the majority of this is budget related. The D.C. Council has the mayor and the police chief hamstrung. The D.C. operation, as I said, has yielded about 550 arrests. And now the U.S. Marshal's Office, Dana and Bill, announcing this morning they're offering $500 for information leading to each individual arrest during this operation. So we're going to see how that works out.
Yeah, we'll see if people look to cash in on that little payday. David Spunt, live in D.C. for us. David, thank you.
Thanks.
And let's bring in Josh Holmes. He is co-host of the Ruthless podcast, friend of the show. Great to have you here. Mayor Bowser is maintaining that this is not necessary. Watch here.
This doesn't make sense. You know what doesn't make sense. The numbers on the ground in the district don't support 1,000 people from other states coming to Washington, D.C. You know that.
What is the feeling there in Washington as she's got her point of view, and I know she's got her constituency, but what do you feel on the ground?
Yeah, good morning, Dana. I think the vast majority of people who live in Washington and work in Washington are grateful for the effort to try to clean up the streets. This wouldn't be a problem if the mayor had done her job in the first place. And I think that the story that you're covering here is critically important. Obviously, a huge component of knowing how to keep a community safe is having good data and understanding what's going on there. You need law enforcement to be prepared accurately to try to tackle a criminal problem within city limits. This seems to be a big problem. I think we're all used to a leftist sort of manipulation of data that compares the current situation to something short of Mad Max-style lawlessness to suggest everything's fine. This seems much more concerning, much more pernicious, and that data could have been manipulated in and of itself, according to the D.C. Union Police Chief.
Josh, apparently one D.C. police commander has already been suspended as a result of this, and Mayor Bowser is essentially saying this is one person, nothing else to see here. Take a listen. Oh, it's a quote. My apologies. She says, quote, the chief of police had concerns about one commander, investigated all 7 districts, and verified that the concern was with one person. So we're completing that investigation, and we don't believe it implicates that many cases. Your thoughts?
Well, I mean, look, that's just not what the D.C. Union Police Chief has to say. They say that it's a frequent practice of higher-ups suggesting that people file lesser incident reports for criminal activity when they arrive onto the scene. We're going to find out whether that's true or not. Thank goodness the DOJ has taken the step to try to figure that out, because it's not just about making your city look safer than it is, which we know that's a common practice with this crew. It's about making sure that law enforcement has the tools to tackle the problem in front of them. I mean, we're like a year or two removed from this D.C. City Council suggesting that it's the kind of car you drive that's the fault of the stealing of your car. Or they can give you air chips to try to track your stolen vehicle so you can track it down more quickly. I mean, this is not law enforcement. It hasn't been for a very long time. And so I think most people are grateful this is happening.
One of the problems is youth crime and how the laws have changed in Washington, D.C. And Denise Rucker-Krep, now she was an Obama appointee. She's a lifelong Democrat. She did an interview yesterday saying the youth crime issue and the age limit is an issue. Watch.
So when I was a kid, a juvenile was somebody under the age of 18. Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
But according to the DC Council, a juvenile is somebody under the age of 24. So they were saying, hey, you're a juvenile until you're 24. You could have kids, but you yourself are a juvenile. And we're not going to consider, you fully developed, that you will be fully accountable for your crimes. And I remember going to Charles Allen at the time, who's the Ward 6 council member, going, Charles, what are you doing, dude?
And yet, Josh, many Democrats want to lower the voting age to 16.
Yeah. I mean, to have this kind of a crime problem, not just in D.C., but across this country, it has to be a systemic effort by those in charge to try to do things like she's suggesting here. Change age data, change prosecutorial requirements, ensure that you're not actually bringing justice to violent crimes across this city. The D.C. City Council's engaged in this for a long period of time. This is the result of it. Hopefully we can reverse all of that.
All right, Josh Holmes, thanks for joining us this morning, kicking us off on a Wednesday. Thank you.
I'm Steve Doocy. I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.